Today we're going to do a circle check on your ice edger. Just like any other piece of equipment, this should be checked daily for optimized performance and that it's safe to operate. So starting the inspection, we're going to remove the battery cover by undoing the two latches, slightly pulling up. First, we're going to do a visual inspection of the tops of the batteries. We're looking for any charring or melting parts. We're going to physically go over each battery cable, give them a quick wiggle to ensure everything's tight and secure. Everything looks good there. We're going to take a quick look at the fuse. There's a sight gauge in the middle. If you can see the piece of tungsten inside, everything's good to go. We'll take a look at the contactor points. Everything's tight and secure. The motor piece is down here as well, tight and secure. And our pulse module, verifying that we can see the little LED that's flashing inside there. That means it's working properly. We're gonna reinsert the lid, ensure that both latches engage. You can feel a bit of resistance as you turn. If we don't feel that resistance, that usually means the latches are out of adjustment and this could come off during operation, which we don't want. So we're gonna put this into service position and we're gonna inspect everything underneath. So when this is going up in the service position, this handle needs to be faced up because when you go all the way down, that can bend the handle upwards. We don't want that to happen. So we want to inspect the cutting plate, making sure there's no hairline cracks or any physical damage to it. We're going to inspect each one of the blade holders and making sure there's no bends or wears inside of it. So far, everything looks pretty good. And we want to inspect each cutting tip, make sure they're tight and secure. You actually physically want to put your hand on it and give them a quick little wiggle. Any play or any wear spots is usually an indication that it's worn out or there's something wrong with it, and it could come off and become a projectile. Okay, everything's tight and secure there as well. We're also going to take a look at the casters, making sure there's no excessive end play or any flat spots inside the wheel. And we're also going to take a look at the front runners here, looking for any flat spots in the arch. So once we have the vehicle back off of its service position, we're going to check all the handles and levers. So this is our cut handle. We're looking for any eccentric play inside of that. So we got end play in the right there, the bushings. The bushings are plastic. They need to be tightened every once in a while. If you find any like that, we need to tighten that up and remove it, making sure that it goes to the both desired cut and transport position. We're also going to inspect the lever, making sure that it's hitting the button and that it returns freely. Do this a couple times to ensure it's working properly. And last thing is we're going to turn it on to verify that we don't have any fault codes with the unit as well. We're going to turn on the battery pack first. We're going to turn on the console second. We're going to wait for the click that we just heard there from the contactor. That means we're going to have electrical power that can go to the motor. And we're going to see that our LEDs are all lit up. That also is our state of charge. If we have any flashing LEDs, the chances are that we have a fault code and we have an issue with the machine. Chances are the lights are flashing, the unit will not work. So this here is your contactor. Essentially, it's a high voltage relay. There's a low current that's going to supply a high current. So when we turn the key switch on, you should hear a physical click. If that does click, that usually tells you that everything's working fine. One last thing you should also be checking is verifying that the crank's working properly, there's no bends or breaks, and then it can smoothly go up and down. This one looks pretty good. It could use a shot of grease. It looks a little dry, so make sure that you grease your 2 points down here and up here as well on a regular basis. We also want to make sure that the plastic runner is in good working condition, that there isn't any taper spots in it. The plastic piece should actually protrude the frame slightly, so it should be sticking past the actual frame. So making sure that these are covered, because if they're exposed, anything can touch that and actually damage the battery pack as well. Same thing goes for the charger side. So making sure that your charger is in a spot where it's not going to be affected by water and it's in a clean environment. A common complaint we get is my new edger doesn't have the same performance as my old edger. The way this unit is designed is it has to be used daily. There's a desired walking speed with it. When cutting corners, taking multiple passes instead of taking one solid pass. Just like using your ice resurfacer, it's not a race. If you're not getting enough time to do your ice maintenance, that might be a conversation that you need to have with your management to ensure the best ice quality possible. You're still cutting ice, and there's a time factor that's required with that as well.